Hi, welcome to Weekend Box Office Predictions and Movie Review. Today is Monday, June 6, 2016. My name is Craig, and I am your host. Hey, for today's show, I'm going to give you an update on the actual numbers from this past weekend's box office. Also, I'm going to give you an update on my, see how I did in my segment of Beat the Expert, and also give you some movie news on Zootopia, another update on Friday the 13th, and Star Wars Rogue One. Hey, coming in number one this weekend was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It had not a very good start compared to the first one. It did come in at $35.2 million. I had made a prediction of $38.8 million. Still was the number one movie, obviously. Overseas, it only made $34 million for the weekend, and just kind of a comparison to the original. The original started out with $29 million, so it's really going to be hard to say how much this movie will make overseas. Good news for it, though. One of those markets was not China, which originally made $62 million when it debuted in 2014. So it doesn't start there till July 2nd. So it does have the potential of adding to its foreign gross very quickly here in the next few weeks. So Brian had made a prediction of $45 million for that, so thanks for giving that. Overall, though, the first one made $500 million almost worldwide. I see this movie, it may, if it came in around 350, 375 overall, I think it'll be a success. It's I think it was $135 million budget too, so it'll make some money. So we'll just have to wait and see how it does finish up. So second place was dropping from the number one spot last week was X-Men Apocalypse. It came in at $22.8 million, and I made a prediction of $23.1 million, just a couple $100,000 off. Great prediction on my part. This movie did debut in China this past weekend, and it made $59 million. And it now sits at a little over $400 million worldwide, so it's accumulating money very quickly here. One of the other new movies that came out was Me Before You. This movie had a huge weekend. I mean, just a big opening for this type of movie. It came in at $18.7 million. I made a prediction of $16.5. I made a prediction that was going to do very well, and this movie did even better than that. So Brian had made a prediction of $11 million for this. So the Emilia Clarke Kleenex tearjerker is off to a great start. So next is Alice Through the Looking Glass. 60% drop on this movie this weekend. So and one view, that's actually probably good compared to how it started. At the same time, though, it's not very good for its second weekend, but that is typical for this type of movie. It came in at $11.3 million. I made a prediction of $11.4. Great prediction on my part as well. Overall, it's now at $176 million worldwide. It's basically what its budget is. So it still has a long ways to go before it's even going to make any money. But right now, unless some of these foreign markets really start picking up, this movie is going to be in the losing money bracket. So next is Angry Birds. I made a prediction of $11 million, and it came in right at $10.2 million. So just $800,000 off on that. Next is Captain America. I made a prediction of $7.7 million. And it came in right there at 7.8, just $100,000 off. Another great prediction on my part. Next is Neighbors 2. It came in at $4.8 million. I made a prediction of $4.1 million. And our last new movie of the week was Popstar. This movie did not find an audience at all. No money there whatsoever. Kind of expected that from the start, just based on how things were feeling out for that. I made a prediction of $5 million. And it came in right at $4.7 million. So another great prediction on my part. Next is The Jungle Book. It is now approaching $900 million worldwide. It came in at $4.45 million. And I had made a prediction of $4.7. So I was just a couple $100,000 off on that one. And last was Nice Guys, rounding out the top 10. I made a prediction of $3.65 million. And it came in right at $3.5 million. So my segment of Beat the Experts next. Overall, this week in fourth place was Box Office Profits at $85.6 million, or I'm sorry, 85.6%. Next, in third place is Box Office Mojo at 88.4%. In second place was Box Office Pro at 89.3%. And I had one of my best weeks ever at 93.7%, finishing in first place for the week. As you can see, all the experts did very well this week. So, initially when I saw my numbers, I was like, yes, I'm going to really add possibly a full percentage point against Box Office Pro, but he had a great week as well, so kudos to them. But overall, I did finish first for the week, and overall now, I am now at 82%. Box Office Pro's in second place at 81.8%. Third is Box Office Mojo at 79%. And in last place is Box Office Profits at 75.2%. Hey, give you some movie news. First is Zootopia. This movie actually crossed the $1 billion mark worldwide. So kudos to it. Congratulations. And also this movie comes out on Blu-ray and DVD tomorrow. So if that's something you're interested in picking up, it does come out. So just wanted to mention that as well. Second is Friday the 13th. I gave some movie news on it on Friday. Another update that they're talking about is that the story origin that they kind of want to change or bring into focus is actually dealing with Jason's father. I haven't seen him in so long. I think it's Elias, or I think that's how you say his name. But they want to actually talk about his origin, kind of what happened to him. I guess in Friday the 13th, Part 6, originally there was in the original script, there was a paragraph or so that talked about how he was, the description of him, and I guess it just never made it to the movie. So that was something I did learn about over the weekend. So, but that's something that they want to clarify in the next movie. They want to talk about what happened to him, and kind of talk about also why Jason was the way he was. So, what caused him to turn into this killer. So, going to be kind of interesting to see what happens with this movie as things start rolling into more development and they're actually shooting the movie. So, last is Star Wars Rogue One. Writer-director Chris McQuarrie kind of gave an update on the rumor about they're having to reshoot 40% of Star Wars Rogue One. He stated that he was not handling the reshoots, and that it's just very poor, basically news reporting to say that he was actually doing it when he actually wasn't. So, he said he wasn't supervising them. So, the way I read it, though, is they are doing reshoots. Didn't say how much. He's not actually in control of it, but at the same time, he's probably aware of them. So, they keep so many things with the Star Wars movies under wraps because everybody's talking about everything. So, they obviously want to narrow it down and keep it, to a minimum. But at the same time, movies usually have reshoots. If it's 40%, I really don't see this movie making it out in December, though. So, that's one thing I did say that is probably nowhere that high, but I did hear, though, the other part I think in the article said that they have to have everything done by August to be sure that they do get it done for the December launch. So, hey, that's it for today's show. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe if you don't already, and I'll be back on Friday giving you predictions you can count on that are better than the weatherman. Take care.